Hello, everyone. Most of you know me, but for those who are visiting, my name is Ashley Gouger, and I'm a new elder here at Liverpool First Presbyterian Church. Over the next few weeks, you'll be hearing from other elders and our spiritual formation co-directors about systemic racism. Some in our congregation may be wondering why we are going to be talking about systemic racism. And so members of session are working to put together videos explaining why we as a session, as well as why we as individual elders believe that we together as God's church need to be studying, discussing, and taking action on racial injustice. I've been working on this statement for some time now, mostly as a personal thought, a personal document, a reminder of why I feel this work is important work and why I feel that God requires it. In being asked to share more broadly to our entire congregation, I wanted to situate my words both in scripture and the Book of Confessions. As I read through the Book of Confessions, I focused on the Confession of Belhar, which was approved by General Assembly in 2016 and offered by the Uniting Reformed Church of Southern Africa as a rejection of the division and racial injustice of apartheid. The Confession of Belhar focuses on the unity that we have with the entire community of believers who have, through Christ, been reconciled with God and with one another. Speaking of this unity, the Confession of Belhar continues to say that we must continually and earnestly pursue this unity, and that we have to make this unity visible to the entire world, and that anything that threatens this unity has no place in the church. In this confession, we affirm that we are called to love one another, to be in community with one another, and to give ourselves joyfully to the benefit and blessing of others. Galatians 6:2 says that we must carry each other's burdens. And the Confession of Belhar reminds us that in order to do this, we must know each other's burdens, and that we are called to suffer with one another for the sake of righteousness. Friends, I believe that we live in a world of unfair and unjust systems. I believe that we are called to seek out the injustices and do everything within our power to make the unjust just. I also believe that no matter our background or political beliefs, we all believe that God has called us to act justly and love mercy. As we move into this new study, we may feel unease and division, but I encourage us all to reflect on what we, as Christians and as Presbyterians, believe, and to keep an open mind while learning of the burdens of our fellow believers of color. I encourage all of us to read and reflect on the church's history in anti-racist teachings and beliefs, and to focus on the solutions that we can provide as individuals, as a church, and as a nation, empowered in the love of Christ.